Peace, peace, soul tribe. Yours truly, IvorysSoulsJourney. Grand Rising, Osiyo. Great day. Good morning, soul tribe. Morning conversations. Let's see what Spirit has for us on this day. We'll give y'all a couple minutes to come in for those that might be up, whether you're getting ready for work, school, or you just get up early. So let's wait and see what we got here. Wait and see what we got here. So tribe, May the 8th. As they say, time waits for nothing. Time waits for nobody. So we'll give y'all a couple more minutes to come in here. See what we got. Morning conversations. What we'll be talking about this morning. We shall see. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to hit the like button as you come in. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a new subscriber, welcome back. To all my soul tribe family, OGs, you know y'all always welcome. Y'all know that. Great day, Chrissy. How you doing, Chrissy? We'll get through this Wednesday, as they say, get through hump day. Chrissy, can you hear me clearly? Chrissy Dupree, can you hear me clearly? Thank you. Don't forget, y'all, hit the like button. If you want to support this live stream, this channel, send your gifts to the Cashapp and PayPal information that's in the description box of this video. You know, I'm going to go a little bit off subject and then come back. Meaning that there's some things happening around the world, if you will, or around this planet. And a lot of people, the masses, the majority population is unaware of. Meaning that not thinking about it. And some of these things is going to take, hey, awaken. Some of these major events that's about to take place on this planet, it's going to have a trickle down effect because it's all connected. Just like we're all energetically connected. World leaders, governments, things of this nature, religious institutions, societies, cliques, what have you, sects, SECTS, it's all connected. Back in 2015, now I'm not going to go into a lot of depth, just to give you some surface information. And no, I'm not political at all. Politics simply means poly, comes from the root word poly, meaning many. And ticks means succubus. Succubus almost. It'll suck the life out of you. But anyway, there was this individual y'all know as Donald Trump. I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm about to say. I just told you I ain't never voted for no president other than when I was in college and was taking a political science class years ago. I'm talking about like, what, 83, 84? But in this political science class, it was during an election year in which Ronald Reagan was running for president, right? Ronald Reagan. So in the class, we had to, we developed the instructor, professor, whatever you want to call him. We had a debate team. And you was assigned to a debate team. And since they tell you politics should not be involved in what's best for the country, that's bullcrap. Because it is. It's always going to be politics. So in this little hat, like, you had to pull out, and based on how many students was in the class, that's how many, little things in the hat, little pieces of paper. So I pulled out mine, and it said Republican. So, of course, I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican, never have been and never will be, in terms of, from a political standpoint. All right, so we had to debate. So, when you're in college, so the instructor says, make sure you research the candidate that's running. Me, it was Ronald Reagan. But what it took me to was the history of the Republican Party. So when I realized that there were so many people of color, if you will, or Native, Black, African American wasn't even a word then. That didn't come about until 1988. So, and I'm looking and I'm researching, I'm at the library, and I'm like, damn. So all of these Black leaders, activists, and all of these people that we know of and see in our history books, hit that like button, y'all, as y'all coming in. So a lot of these people were Black. Y'all say Negro. Wasn't no such thing as African American yet. So I'm like, that's interesting, because I noticed from the timeline that this was during the time that they were saying that we were slaves. But you had representatives, congressmen, governors, senators that were African American or Black, colored, Negro, whatever you want to call it, in the 1800s and before. But how can they be a congressman, a senator, a governor, Black, during the slavery? So like me, the type of person that I am, I went deep. And let me tell you something, ever since then, I have never, ever voted Democrat, nor, other than that first time in the political science class, I voted Republican. Now, this was in 84. So this is the only time that I ever voted for president to this very day. That includes Barack Obama. Because if you don't do your history and your research, you can be voting for something or someone that's totally against your spiritual or religious morals or values or what have you. So, fast forward. I think it was around June of 2015. That same year, you had someone running for president coming down the escalator, Trump Tower, Donald Trump. Prior to him coming down that escalator, he had a lot of black people that loved or liked Donald Trump. He was in, if you really go back and do the history, Donald Trump is in more little rap verses than anybody. So many black celebrities and athletes and regular people would go to his casinos just sitting there. He supported, he was a Democrat. All right. That same year in 2015, the Pope came to America to meet with the sitting president, which was black, Barack Obama. In other words, to bless him for a job well done, making America the first country in what they call the Western Hemisphere, or based on Western civilization, European. But he was the first sitting president. He was black. That ushered in a whole new era of what we call same-sex marriage. Now, if you go and research the Greeks and you look at a lot of the ancient statues in Greece, and then you look at a lot of the statues in Europe, you will see a lot of naked people. You will see a lot of statues of two men, three men, a group of men together, laid up, hugged up, naked. All you got to do, you ain't got to believe me. Why am I saying this? In this day and time, we're headed lightning fast speed towards major civil unrest. I'll say civil unrest right now without saying civil war, even though there's a political civil war going on in this country and around the world. Right before your eyes, that's different than the Civil War where the South and the North was fighting. It was all about who was going to control cotton. Because cotton was king. And say like in Tennessee and in the South, Arkansas, Mississippi, they got products that's called King Cotton. You get King Cotton bacon, King Cotton hot dog. Cotton was the number one commodity. And when they set up the New York Stock Exchange, it was based on commodities and livestock. And at that particular time, you had these here plantations. They was not slave plantations. That's a lie. But anyway, so you had these plantations. They were, and these people, our people, they were called sharecroppers. But before they were sharecroppers, this was their land. Native, Aborigines, not Africans, not African slaves. All right, let's keep going forward. So you have this group that's headed by who I call Democrats. You can't get me to do shit for a Democratic Party, because this is the party that introduced and ushered in what you call the KKK, the Slave Patrol, don't want you to vote, don't want you to have no quote unquote reparations. And the reason why this group of people that looks like me and you will never get reparations is simply because they know that you wasn't no slave that came off of a boat from Africa. Am I saying that slavery exists in all cultures, all the way back? There were people that look like me and you that enslaved their own people. Here in America, now there's civil unrest. I want y'all to follow me, because you got a guy in the White House now that once considered you and me as beasts. He said it on the Senate floor. He called you beast. He called me a beast. He called our people, if you will, our culture, a beast. And said that he would never have these beasts, quote, around his family, his wife, his children. He's a Democrat. And they ushered in what was known as a crime bill, headed by the Democratic Party, but there was some Republicans, because you got to realize they play good cop, bad cop. Follow me. Why am I saying this, folks? Because you got some sick ass people, some sick ass people that wants to see damn the country that they're targeting specific groups of people. There's a reason why, since President Bill Clinton, listen to me, and then before Clinton, the first Bush daddy, then Clinton, right? And then after Clinton, you get the next Bush family boy. Then after that Bush boy, you get Barack Obama. All of those four that I just mentioned that are modern, if you will, they had the same agenda. It don't matter if they was Republican or Democrat. The depopulation, segregation, all of this shit. And to allow people from other countries to come into this country to change the political spectrum. And allow these people to take jobs and civil rights from you. So since then, almost 30 million people since the first Bush daddy, because they all are related, blood related, including Obama, by way of his mother. Listen to me now, y'all. So why would they use, quote unquote, or why would they allow a black president to usher in modern day Sodom and Gomorrah when they say in God we trust, and in the Bible, their book, this ain't none of my book, but in the Bible, their book, their God said no to same sex. No, this is not a video about same sex. So God said in this book, I don't change. I'm a God that changes not. So if God of this book, their book, was dead against same sex, why would they allow a black president to usher in this new era of same sex? Y'all to follow me. Listen. So whatever rights, funding, money, reparation, call it whatever you want, that was meant for you, they gave it to somebody else. Everybody, every group of people got reparations, whether it was after World War II, the Chinese, whether it was the white Jews, because Europe is the ones that was persecuting. Listen to me now. In this book, they are called Gentiles. So the original people in this book, before this book was ever printed, it came from scrolls, papyrus, stone. So before this book was printed, there was a group of people in that area of the planet. But they were not Gentiles. But some like to say they was Hebrews. No, they wasn't Hebrews. Because now we know they got their little history books and they got history. They'll tell you about Neanderthal men, women, people and civilizations that's been here for millions of years. But in this here book, the first man, European, according to this book, Adam, is only 6,000 some years ago, folks. Why is this important now? It's very important. It's very important. Back to this here country. So you will never, ever get any form of reparation. Because the way they got it set up is reparations. This is morning conversation. The way they got it set up, reparations was for descendants of slaves that came over during the Atlantic slave trade from Africa. That's bullshit. We was already here. And I'm so grateful and thankful for my parents, grandparents, great-grandparents that I physically knew, that named me, that taught me. And me being that little young fella that was very inquisitive, curious, wanted to know, asked a lot of questions. So I asked my mother, who was born, they say 1902, but it's really 1898. Follow me now. I said, my dear, did your mama, because at this point in time, when I'm a little fella like this here, they wasn't teaching slavery in the public school system. So I said, my dear, by the time I got into late elementary, early junior high, here they come with slavery. Here they come with Kunta Kinte. Here they come with roots. So I asked my dear, did your mama tell you stories about how they came off of these slave boats? And my mother, who was quick with that tongue and didn't hold back, she said, look, we didn't come off no boat from Africa. She said, look at me. Do I look like I'm from Africa? She said, well, we had our own land, but the white man took it. They killed my parents and grandparents and great-grandparents. They took our land. And we had to work hard on our own land. Fast forward, I asked my dad in 2020 just to make sure, who was born on G.D. Perry Plantation in Tunica, Mississippi. So I asked him the same question. He said the same thing. He said, man, you can't believe what Mr. Cluck Cluck. He used to call the white man Mr. Cluck Cluck. That was the slang name back in the day, his day, for KKK. Because you wasn't allowed to call them KKK, Ku Klux Klan. So the slang name, like we got slang now, was they called him Cluck Cluck, Mr. Cluck Cluck, for Ku Klux Klan, right? That's the Democratic part. He said, man, you can't believe what Mr. Cluck Cluck say. Them white folks will have you thinking all kind of shit. So I said, Daddy, so Granddaddy, Nathaniel Boyd, he didn't come off of no slave boat. He didn't come from Africa. Man, where you believe, where y'all getting this here bullshit? I said, that's what they teach in school, but they teaching y'all bullshit. I said, so you telling me great-granddaddy, Elliot M. Boyd, didn't come off of no slave boat? What I tell you, man? We ain't come off no damn boat. He said, I ain't see a damn African, didn't know what a damn African was until I was grown and was in Tennessee. I said, so it wasn't no Africans on G.D. Perry Plantation. He said, now, man, you pissing me off now. I said, Dad, I ain't trying to piss you off. He said, look, man, we splibs. He called black folks splibs. We splibs. We niggas. They said we niggas, but we ain't no niggas. We ain't come off no boat. We was already here. I said, oh, my God. All right, what does that got to do with anything? A hell of a lot. That's why you'll never get reparations. Nearly 30 million people come across the border since George Bush the first, who is related to Barack Obama's mother. Now, I got banned for talking this kind of shit. I did a live video on Facebook and thousands of people came to listen to my dad talk about the truth. Not coming from a book, straight from the elder's mouth. That's why you will never get reparations. Because you think you can't, your folks came off of a boat. Nearly 30 million people have come across the border, south of the border, since George Bush the first, Bill Clinton, George Bush the second, Barack Obama. The only president who's been trying to stop this influx was the one that came down that escalator that everybody said was racist. But they won't call a Democrat racist. And I just stated, they the ones that gave you KKK. In 1868, 100% of the Democrats in this country voted for you not to be, quote unquote, free, or to end, at that time, would have been modern day slavery, plantation, sharecroppers. They didn't want that shit to end. 100% of the Democrats. 1870. 100% of the Democrats says, no, we need to keep the slave patrol, modern day police. We need to keep this. We need to keep this. They voted again on the floor of the House and the Senate. 100% of the Democrats said, they voted for you not to have a right to vote. That didn't come about until the 1960s. 100 years later. That same party, Democratic Party, says, let's get rid of the traditional household. Let's get rid of the traditional household that their own God is against. Let's get rid of them. And let's take it back to the days and the times of Sodom, Gomorrah. Now, everybody got rights except for the people, the Aborigines, your parents, my parents, that inhabited this land long before the colonization. So you take this here so-called racist man named Trump, not a politician. All of a sudden, black folk hate him. They say he's racist. But they won't do the research to find out who the enemy is. What I told everybody on Facebook before they stopped allowing me, I can't do live videos on Facebook. They banned me from doing videos. But I said, let me tell y'all something, Facebook family. All this shit you seeing right now is going to come back to bite us in the ass because we won't pay attention to the red flag. We won't pay attention to the red flags. Sleeping with the enemy, voting for the enemy, voting for people who would rather give you food stamps a damn check, commodities, and they are not going to support black businesses. Black Wall Street was way before. Our people did not go through the same depression. We was black. We had Black Wall Street. We had all our shit. But for some strange reason, and I know, now we feel like we want the right to go to their restaurants, drink out of their water fountains, go to their schools, and we taught these people. They were squatters on our land. A lot of them didn't even make it from over in Europe on the boats. They flipped the damn story, flipped the script. They came over here on boats. We didn't. And anytime you speak truth to power, you're going to be a target. I wouldn't be surprised if they banned me from YouTube again. So I had to come and use my gift of foresight that you call prophecy or prophesy or the future, and add to it another form of truth or divination. Y'all call it tarot. That's the only way I was able to get back on YouTube. Me and so many others. In 2015, the Democratic Party and some of the Republicans in the Republican Party, a lot of them, organized. They took an innocent vision, an idea from two people, man and a woman, they wasn't married, who formed and organized Black Lives Matter. And they took over that, paid them a lot of money. And you saw more Europeans involved with Black Lives Matter than you seen black folk. And to this very day, Black Lives Matter ain't did shit for the black community, but fucked it up. Destroying and burning buildings and businesses and just total chaos. So I told everybody, y'all better pay attention. Then all of a sudden, he becomes president. Trump, like I told everybody he would. I didn't vote for him. And during that year of 2015, on the campaign trail, as they like to say, Black Lives Matter just rioting and just destroying every goddamn thing. And then you had black congressmen, black senators, black mayors, black leaders allowing this bullshit to come into black communities. That's the sideshow. That's the fucking circus. Because it's a bigger agenda. And like Dr. Claude Anderson said, if we ain't got our shit together by 2020, your vote ain't gonna even fucking matter. We ain't gonna get shit. We're at the bottom of the token pole. Now y'all feeling the effects. And like I told them then, and I'm telling y'all now, I said, if they let the same man that called you a beast, called me a beast on the Senate floor, and added 250,000 slave patrol vehicles you call police cars on the streets, and came up with mandatory sentences if you had anything to do with drugs. Joe Biden. And was locking folks up left and right, and some are still locked up, some are just now getting out. Marijuana and cocaine that the CIA dropped drugs and weapons to the black community and infested it with the gangs. Now this will have them busy for a little while, for a few generations. Let them kill each other. Let them fight over turf that don't even belong to them. And I says, now look, if Biden become president, you're not going to hear from nothing about Black Lives Matters no more, or Antifa. And since Biden has been president, have you seen any Black Lives Matters clashing and uprising and tearing up shit? No. That was a front. It was a cover-up to a bigger agenda. So I said they're going to replace it with what? The same thing that George Bush the first with illegal immigrants. With illegal immigrants. Now y'all see on the news and y'all arguing on Facebook and Instagram and so, why they giving all of the illegal immigrants? They giving them a check every month. They giving them housing. They giving them free shit and won't give your ass a damn quarter. Won't give you shit. They're going to use these people for mail-in ballots. Now, you create another sideshow to go along with illegal immigration. You create another sideshow by creating war. Israel knew Hamas was coming, but it was a setup to give Israel and America and the European West to start war. Because the same damn Europeans that persecuted themselves that you call Jews, white Jews. How do I know this? Is Germany Europe? Part of Europe? Damn skippy it is. You damn skippy Germany is part of Europe. And we all know, according to their books, even though they lied about a lot of their history, the Holocaust. So the Europeans, one so-called Hitler, is so supposedly be responsible for killing 6 million plus Jews. Their own people, they're white folks. They're not Hebrews or Jews from this book. So Europe says, okay, this group of people, they were like, what do they call them? These wandering people. What I mean is the word will come to my head in a second here. Damn. But anyway, so these wandering people, so what they allowed was this group of people to get some land that belonged to somebody else. And they never was a state until America and the United Nations and the West made them a state in 1948. One of those British political leaders that was supposed to be religious says, and this will help bring Jesus Christ back. A whole nother story. Lie. So now you got 10 million new illegal immigrants. Barack Obama passed the DREAM Act to allow them to come over when he was president. The Bushes allowed them to come over because they said that we, me and you, didn't want the construction jobs, the farming jobs, because why? As we become awakened and realize your history and realize you didn't come off no damn boat, and they came off the boats, not ships, boats. Because this is what they would call the land flowing with milk and honey. Because where you sitting at right now, the history is so beautiful, and everybody wanted what we had. They even call it the New World, land flowing with milk and honey, and took control of all of the natural resources, made our parents bust their asses off. And they don't talk about the Aborigine Holocaust, where over a period of a couple of centuries, even to this very day, they killed millions, tens of millions, that'll make the Jewish Holocaust look like a gang fight. And that's who we support, the enemy. Now they're going to use, instead of Black Lives Matter, they using the colleges and the universities. Listen to me, y'all. Just like in the 60s, late 60s and early 70s, all the uprisings surrounding Vietnam War we shouldn't be in, Israel-Hamas war we shouldn't even be in. Everybody that knows a little taste of history know that those so-called Arabs was there way before the white Jews got there. And like they took the land from us. But that's karma, because before the Arabs was there, the Muslims, they came and took over that land from the other melanated people, of which we have a connection to. Wasn't called Africa. Wasn't called these European names, Africa, Akabulan. So that's the karma that the Muslims, it's all religion and politics, listen. So now the Arabs see how it feel because they came in there and took over land that didn't belong to them. All of this shit's getting ready to backfire. So now you got these colleges and university uprising. That's the second part 2.0 of Black Lives Matter. Why? Because Trump is running. And he says, if and when I become president, it's going to be mass deportation. It's going to become a civil war, folks. That's why I tell y'all, humanitarian crisis before the end of 2026, there's going to be pure fuckery in this country. And who going to be trapped in the middle with little or nothing? The Aborigines. The Aborigines. You and me. And you talking about clashes? Oh my goodness. Black Lives Matter ain't gonna look like nothing compared to what's coming. They already know who the president gonna be. Hitler told the American president at the time, because the American president contacted Hitler and said, why are you mistreating them white folk called Jews? Hitler replied, it's in the history books. Hitler replied, I learned this shit from America. How you took the land of the Aborigines, the black folk. So don't come to me telling me about these fake Jews that I know that are not the true chosen ones, if you will. Don't come talking to me about that. You done killed tens of millions. And if it was modern day time, and Hitler probably slammed the damn phone down. Germany didn't go over there and invade Africa. Germany didn't come over here and take the land away from the Aborigines, nor did Russia, nor did China. But now they got you thinking that Germany is evil, Asia is evil, and Russia is evil. All of evil, including people that look like you. I wish I could teach sometime. Listen, folks. By the end of 2026, it's going to be a bloodbath in this country. And if Trump becomes president, it's going to be even major bloodbath. If they lock this man up, or if they do, he's had several assassination attempts, they don't put that in the mainstream media, because the mainstream media is controlled by who? The damn Democrats. If you can remember, folks, listen to me good. In 2015, when that man said he was going to run as a Republican because he didn't want to be affiliated with the Democrats because they sick. He didn't want to run like that. And when he was on the debate stage, go back and watch. Every damn Republican, all 17, 18, 19 of them, hated Trump. You know why? Because they was part of the bullshit. Good cop, bad cop. They worked together. And why did the universe, if you will, God, spirit, source, why did the universe allow one by one, they fell off? And the only one was left standing was the one that everybody was against. It's just like in your personal life. When groups of people come to attack you, one person, and you ain't did shit to them, you don't even know a lot of these folks that's coming and attacking you. It's the equivalent from a political standpoint of all the people in his own party that he was running for president attacked him. They want him to be president. And if they lock him up or try to kill him or succeed in doing so, we got a civil war now here. I'm just going to tell y'all that right now. America's falling, rotten from within. And before long, the truth is going to be exposed. You got people. Biden is a Manchurian candidate. And I told everybody that a Manchurian candidate, go watch the movie, The Manchurian Candidate. And I told everybody on Facebook, the next Democratic elected president will be a Manchurian candidate, man or woman. There was a reason why the powers that be beyond this earth plane did not want Hillary to win. There was a reason. During the Trump era, from 2015 to 2020, now we know now for a fact that it was a pandemic. And Funky Fauci ass and Bill Gates of hell was the orchestrators, utilizing the Democratic Party and part of the Republican Party to lock this motherfucker down because they was getting ready to go before the tribunal court, and over 100 and some thousand of these here dark ass fucking people, world leaders, entertainers, they was all indicted. That's why during the lockdown, damn near, what was it, 200 and some cardinal bishops and everybody in the Roman Catholic Church all died in one damn day because of COVID. You know why? They are in hiding. They're in hiding. Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, George Bush Jr. is running the White House. There's two President Bidens, one real and one a clone. Man, it was a time when I was getting emails and phone calls from Washington, D.C., fucking with my devices. I had to move, all kind of shit. Who is this damn black man sitting up here talking about don't take the shot live? in 2017. Who is this motherfucker? Then they allowed and sent people into my life to distract me. And my guides and ancestors and the spirit powers there be had to get all of these people out of my life. Some of them dead. Some of them locked up. I'm still here. And I told everybody, don't take the shot. In this book, the 13th chapter in Revelation, it talks about the mark of the beast. No, you ain't gonna have no mark in your forehead and in your right hand, because that's too obvious. Then people gonna be like, oh, that's it right there. No. It's in that goddamn vaccine. Tracking device. Y'all think that y'all been attacked. I've been attacked on every. These people would rather me be dead. And people like me. Let me tell you something now. I wouldn't vote for none of these motherfuckers. I wouldn't vote for none of them. We didn't. We've had all this time since 1964, 68, to establish our own political party. We ain't did shit. Still voting for the same motherfuckers that's gonna keep fucking us over. You ain't gonna get shit if you vote for Biden. You'll get more from Trump than you'll get from Biden. No, you can't believe that shit, because why? You are politically cognitive dissonant. The truth is right in front of you. And I don't want to believe that. I'd rather believe this lie and this illusion over here. All right. We're going to come right back, y'all. I couldn't title this video, because if I'd have titled this damn video, they'd have blocked me. And they still might take the damn video down. It's a setup. They call it the most powerful country on the planet. And you got a Democratic president in office. And all of this bullshit going on in these colleges and these universities. All this shit going on at the borders. They didn't let terrorists and evil motherfuckers, all kind of motherfuckers, Venezuelan, done empty their prisons and let the worst of the worst come over here. That's a historical repeat, because Europe did the same thing after the Dark Ages and released all these lowlife indentured servants out of their prisons that had diseases, and the lower the lowest, the peasants. And they put them on boats and brought them over here. Now you got countries doing the same thing, emptying their prisons, rounding up gangs, rounding up rapists, rounding up murders. Take your ass over there, boy, across the damn border, and cause some uprisings. And you think these folks gonna just sit up and let Trump deport them? You think the Democratic Party gonna sit up? They need all 10 to 30 million of them goddamn votes they call mail-in ballots. They didn't have to fight to get a right to vote like we did. They just come in. You ain't got to show up at the polls. We'll fill out your ballots for you. We're going to mail them motherfuckers in, just like they did in 2020. Here we go, part 2. Sit back, get your coffee, get your popcorn and peanuts, because it's getting ready to be a fucking mess, a damn sideshow circus in this fucking country. And I can't wait. I'm like in that energy of Usher. Let it burn, let it burn. Let this shit, that's the only way you get a restart. You got to let this motherfucker fall like his mother rolled. And guess who's going to be left standing? The very people that this land belonged to. Because they're going to be killing each other. Don't y'all get out there in the streets. Look at the clashes. Foreigners and white folks, descendants of each other, out there fighting. You ain't gonna see a lot of niggas out there. The ones you see, they Uncle Toms. They sellouts. We don't want to go out there and fight for our fucking land. We want to go out there and fight with other motherfuckers to keep our land. You figure that shit out. Make it make sense. I just sit back. I don't fuck with nobody. Fuck with nobody. I don't fuck with nobody. If you have a purpose, you're a spiritual humanitarian, there's not going to be crowds around you. And be careful of people coming into your life acting as if they really give a fuck about you. No, they want to distract you. They did that shit in 2016 and in 2020, then banned me in 2021. And since then, I don't fuck with nobody. My circle's so small, it's like a fucking dot. And your circle, if you say God told you to do anything, and if you got any kind of, if you on any type of a soul's purpose mission, you're not going to be popular, and your circle going to be small. I promise you. That's why I don't fuck with nobody. I'm not saying I'm anti-social. I'm very social. But when I read your ass and I scan your ass, even the ones that come here on this channel now, even the ones that come here in the comments, I scan your ass. Once I realize you with that shit and you rotten, some I delete, some I just let them stay. Not hoping that they convert, but leave and let them. No, so I can see your stanky ass. You foul and funky, and you know I see you. It ain't gonna work this time. Don't bring your ass back around. And the ones that's new coming to try to distract me from what I know I'm here to do, it ain't gonna work. Oh, your little shit, you know, you kind of got me there for a little bit, but once I went and allowed self to get back in self-control, man, I can smell a motherfucker that's foul from a mile. I don't fuck with you. Morning conversation. See y'all back here in a minute for the card of the day. Peace.